Hey, you've heard the hymn, I Surrender All, but not quite like this. Today we're going to react and listen to Jayden Arnold play I Surrender All on the organ. And then I'm going to listen to it, we're going to react together. I'm going to give you my thoughts, show you the chords, and if you're on the website, we're going to have a full breakdown for you so you can see everything there. So without further ado, prepare to have your face a little bit scrunched up during this reaction video. Whew, man. So let's start from the top. Let's see what we can figure out from the beginning of this song. It's in the key of D, which happens to be, if you're on our website, it happens to be the key of the month. So this would be a perfect song to learn. You want all these great chords. Let's see what we have for this. It's just doing so much here, but the intro, even the intro where most people would start on the 1, he is starting on the 1. So what's happening is we have the 6 to the 5 to the 4, and then he starts on where we would say all. He's starting on all, but the melody's in the left hand on the bass. And then what happens is after this F sharp goes down a half step, which is kind of like a passing tone. And listen to this chord. I love this chord. It's almost like a quartal chord because you've got the separated by fourths here. But it gives a really nice sus sound. So I like to call it a sus chord. And then this chord is going to go to a B7 flat 9. So it sounds like this. That's such a nice voicing. He's using a lot of inner voice movements here. So let's check this out, what he does from there. Oof. You definitely want to play I Surrender All like this, right? So it's... Now, what's happening here, he has a 2-5 of D, which is the E minor, to the A7. And let's make this a flat 9. And then it's almost like I want you to think of D flat. Think of the key of D flat. And what would be the 2 of D flat? It would be an E. So after you play the 7 of D, go to the 2 of D flat. And now go to the 5 of D flat. So D, D flat. Back to D again, okay? So almost, that's the way I like to think of it because it's just a helpful way to think in terms of your progressions. Now, I want to say something too. Some of you may be asking, how is he picking up chords so fast? His ear, everybody always talking about the ear, the ear, the ear. And I keep telling you guys, if you're on my program, you know this, that my way of doing things and what I have figured out, and the secret that I have figured out is non-standard. The ear can pick up the chords, but we transcribe from our vocabulary. And what that means is that the ear recognizes the chord, but it's the chord that you know. I'm not saying, oh, I hear that chord, I hear that chord, do I have to play that chord? It's like, oh, I know that chord, oh, I know that chord. And I pull it from my own vocabulary. This is the reason why some of you guys say, you're not playing the exact chord he played. Right, it's because I'm playing the chord that I know, right? And so that's what we have to remember. Some of you are only trying to just do exercises to build your ear. That's not how it works. That's not how we get there. We get there by building the chords we know. You can't hear the chord if you don't know the chord. Okay, so that's why I focus on vocabulary development. Everything is building the amount of chords that you know and can use in context. All right, so let's keep going. Oof. So after he does this He's back in the, it's like he's in the 7 of D now. He's playing a C minor chord here. And then he goes to what sounds like an F, F1305. So let's add a B flat in there, even though I didn't hear that, but I'm gonna make this an F sharp 1305, and we're gonna walk this down. You hear all these inner voice movements that he's doing? Really cool there. E flat to the D to the C sharp. And then what does he do after that? So now he's going to this A minor. So now he's in a 5-1. He's in a 5-1 of D. A is the 5 of D, right? And the 1 is a D. So watch this. So he's going to 5-1-2. So in 5 to the 1, his presence. Now I'm at the 2. So 5, A minor to a D dominant. Let me listen to that. Okay, so he goes in his presence, and then daily live, you can do. And then you could do it like that. Now let's see what he does after this now. And I'm gonna end this soon. So he sings soprano like I do when I'm teaching my choir parts. I know I don't say, I know I don't sing soprano. And choir members be looking at me like, now come on now. You know you don't sing soprano. I don't care as long as they get the note. Sorry, I got distracted. Ah, and look at that guy. Look at this guy. He looked at him like, what happened, man? He went to a G minor with a B flat at the bass. That's what happened. Look at that. Look at that chord, man. What a great substitution to use at that part. So, you know, it sounds like he's using, it sounds like this, and again, this is what I'm having in my vocab, but it sounds like he has a C major 7 here with a G at the bottom. And then it sounds like he could either be going from here to a B dominant over a D sharp, or he could be doing just a straight diminished chord. So I don't know whether it's a B or C, because if it's a B, then it's a B dominant over a D sharp, and if it's a C, it's just straight diminished. And let me hear if I can pick it up. Yeah, it sounds like I'm gonna lean towards it being a C here, which would make this a diminished chord here. Let me keep on going. Oof! Oh my goodness. So. Listen to all the movement that's going on. All while they're holding the word all. All. Let's go here. And then I'm gonna go to a C6-9, right? And then I'll go from here, I'll go B, B flat, and I'll have those B dominant chords. Yeah. The C in there provides the additional color that I think that chord needs. I think that's what he did, I'm not sure. But yeah, I like it. So. Oh my goodness. So that part there, it's all in that melody. See, we're gonna have to understand how to do the melody in order to come up with stuff like that. So let me go on. Members, I'm gonna go ahead and start with you now so you guys can understand that section. Everybody else, thanks.